Hello and welcome to the Koreo Prize webinar. We're here today to talk to you about making your application and making sure that you get the most out of the brief for the Koreo Prize 2016. So, who are Koreo? Koreo are a talent consultancy dedicated to social change. They run Charity Works, a graduate scheme. They are a managing agent of Change 100, an internship scheme for people with disability. They do consultancy and also they run the Koreo Prize. The Koreo Prize is a national storytelling competition for young people between the ages of 18 and 27. Its aim is to give a platform for young people to explore one or more of 6 social issues that the Koreo have identified as the most pressing for UK society today. The issues are gender equality, social mobility, food security, community resilience, social housing and well-being. These 6 issues have been derived from the UN Sustainable Development Goals, which were 17 of the most pressing global issues identified by almost 200 world leaders in 2015. So why now? We recognise that social issues are not clear-cut, they're complex, they're multidisciplinary, and above all, they're about people. Because of this, Koreo thinks that to understand a range of perspectives on these social issues are key to unlocking their true complexity. So instead of looking for silver bullet solutions, the Koreo Prize is aiming to create a broader, more holistic take on each of these social problems. So the brief is to bring one or more social issue to life through telling its story. This could be telling the stories of the people who it's directly affected by, or mapping its history. We're really using storytelling as quite a flexible term, but really with that we're looking at kind of the more human and organic sides to each of these issues. So we want to see fresh perspectives on complex problems in any medium. So it can be a short film, a photography series, a piece of creative writing, an Instagram account, a song, a podcast, anything that you think is a good platform to showcase the issue. It's not an academic piece of research, so we're not looking for rigour or kind of sort of heavy library research as such. But more of kind of a systemic exploration of this issue. And it's not solution focused. You have to feel like at the end of your submission you've solved gender equality. That's not what we're asking for at all. It's just a way of creating a big data bank of lots of different opinions and perspectives. Submissions can be made individually or in a group. So feel free to collaborate with your peers or colleagues or friends or family on the Koreo Prize if they're under 27. The prize. So alongside the £5,000 cash prize, we're also giving training opportunities, mentoring and internships as part of the rewards for being part of the Koreo Prize 2016. So the judging panel, we've curated a group of interdisciplinary, cross-sector experts on these 6 social issues, including people like John Vincent, the founder of Leon, that's a fast food company that's healthy and got like a kind of really interesting and ethical business structure. Julie Bentley, the CEO of Girl Guiding, and Girl Guiding being a kind of household name for girls getting into lots of different skills. Judith Grant, Head of Wellbeing at Royal Mail, Paul Cleal, a partner at PwC, and Indy Johar, co-founder of Architecture 00, amongst many others. So we've got a really diverse range of judges who are super excited to see what you guys come up with. So the criteria, we're looking for a clear understanding of the issue and an acknowledgement that there is no straightforward solution. We're acknowledging the complexity, and we're also looking for creativity, expression and innovation within the space. So we want an ability to bring multiple perspectives together, so to multiple perspectives on the issue together. So for instance, it could be you go and talk to somebody who's experiencing issues with food security, and then you talk to a supermarket, and then you talk to a farmer, and then you talk to maybe somebody on the other side of the world. So we want to see a really kind of a global, but within the UK, take on each of these issues. And first and foremost, an ability to tell a compelling and relatable story. So as I said earlier, this doesn't have to be a piece of academic research. It really is a platform on which you can take the issue and look at it and tell a story that perhaps hasn't been heard before. So Flora is now going to talk to you about the practical tips around submitting your entry to the Koreo Prize and go through a few examples.
Great. So hi guys, I'm Flori. I'm the project manager for the Koreo Prize. So I hope you all read the application pack, but in case you haven't, we're basically asking for you to upload your submission on Medium. Medium is a social publishing platform open for any leaders, thinkers, creatives, and it very much made sense for us to run the Koreo Prize there as well, because on one hand it has a global reach, and we felt it's the best tool to amplify your voices and your submissions. And at the same time, we would like to build a digital publication to be used as a campaign to raise awareness on some of the issues happening in the UK. Basically, you can submit any sort of media on Medium, but in case you use video or podcasts, they will have to be uploaded on YouTube before or on different other platforms, and after that it can be embedded there. Please bear in mind as well that together with your submission, we would like you to add a 200-word summary, a written summary. And once you've uploaded your submission, you will have to fill in our type form that you can find in the application pack, where you will enter your name, what category you're applying to, phone number, and all the needed details. Once that's filled, then your submission is completed. Also, we wanted to talk a little bit about some of the applications we received so far, because as our competition is so open, we got loads of interesting takes on it. So we had from poems on social mobility, we had a video on gender equality looking at the history of feminism and questioning if feminism is still relevant in today's world. Also making a case that we should continue campaigning around this theme. We had also 2 submissions on food waste. One of them was looking more into practical aspects related to a particular brand, and they were talking with the employees and kind of researching the different things around it, whilst the other group was looking at food waste and what solutions are in the UK to tackle this issue, so showcasing loads of interesting organizations. We also had an interesting video on youth community resilience, sharing the stories of 6 really inspiring young people that have all faced loads of difficulties in their life, but still they're now running some inspiring projects to really inspire people to create more impact.
We had 2, one video which explored kind of which of the 6 issues were most most important to the general public, and so they went round and interviewed members of the public about the issues, and did a video interview with them, and then edited it into a kind of 6-minute video, which was really cool. And the results of that kind of that qualitative research was that community resilience, they found, was the most sort of important for the people they spoke to. And alongside that, they also did a photography series of portraits of each of the people that they had talked to, which represented a really nice kind of representation of Londoners. So that was great. Another one I really liked was an Instagram account where they they went and spoke to people who were homeless and asked them about their dreams and aspirations if they weren't in the circumstance that they were in right there. And then created a live Instagram account of images of the people in their current condition, and then at the back like a video or a kind of representation, an image of what their dream was, that was really cool, and a really nice way of kind of making connections and sort of making a more equal platform, and I think addressing stigma towards homelessness as well. So that was really great.
Yeah. And before we go into some of your questions, actually, we just wanted to point out some key dates. So the deadline to apply is 4th of April. So deadline is approaching soon. So make sure you're working on your submissions. We will be reviewing the applications throughout the whole month of April. The judging day is happening on the 11th of May. And then we're planning to run a beautiful award ceremony on the 6th of July, hoping to showcase some of your work and run it as a pop-up exhibition space. So to go to some of your questions, so we received one question from Richard asking, upper age limit is 27, for what date does this apply? So if you're 27 or under until the 4th of April, feel free to apply. It's open to anyone between this age bracket. Richard also asked, written submissions can be neglected because they appear less creative. Any further guidance on this type of application?
So Flori and I were talking about this, and I personally, I don't think that the written form is any less creative than any other. So I think that what I would say to you, Richard, is that although it's not like something that can be displayed as such. It's still a really powerful platform to explore these issues, and storytelling is traditionally in like the verbal form, but then translated into the written form of fiction. So there's all of that kind of history to it. So I don't think it can be said to be less creative, but I do know what you mean about it not being kind of as exhibitable. So what I would maybe say with that is that consider kind of pairing it with an illustration, or thinking about how you can kind of draw out the key points in maybe an infographic, or something that could support a visual support of your written piece, if you did feel that the written piece was going to be less kind of powerful because people had to spend more time over it. But I think we were both saying that actually, like, we would probably disagree with you, that the written form can be just as creative as everything else. So I hope that answers your question. I think on kind of like form and the medium that you're using, we've had as the things we've just spoken about, the submissions we've just spoken about, that the range of submissions that are coming in and like how different they are is lovely, and that's kind of as reflective as the complexity of the issue themselves. So I think really you can go to town on what type of platform you're using.
Yeah, exactly. I'll move on to the next question. So Becca was asking, can the submissions impact in Africa or South America too, or only the UK? So unfortunately this year we're only focusing on the UK, so you will have to be exploring one of the issues that relate to the UK. And hopefully in the future we will be able to expand this globally as well, but for now that's the rule of the competition.
But then obviously, because they've been derived from the SDGs, which are global issues, they are going to fundamentally but they're not like unique to the UK, so I guess like cross-referencing how global they are would be really cool.
Yeah. Faye was also asking, is there a winner overall or one for each category? So the big prize will be awarded to one winner, but we will have other prizes available as well. However, just to answer to your question, there's only one big £5,000 prize. And also Janet was asking, if the prize is also open for international students studying in the UK. So the answer is yes. If on the moment of applying you live in the UK, no matter what your status is, that means you can apply. You don't have to be a British citizen. You don't have to have an official paper to be a resident. So if you live here, if you're an international student, as long as you fit in the age bracket, feel free to apply. And I think with this, so we didn't receive so many questions. We would like to encourage you to still get in touch with us, especially if you have any specific questions related to your own submissions. As we said, we want us to create something really cool together. We want to be as collaborative as possible. So we would like to offer our time as well to feedback and input into any specific questions you might have and any sort of dilemma that relate directly to your submissions. So feel free to email me at flory@koreo.co. And we would be happy to take it from there. And if needed, if loads of different questions come in, we'll try to film ourselves again and kind of spread the word across the community as well.
What I would say though is that I think you don't have to be like expert in any of the issues that you're approaching. So actually the nicest submissions that we've had in so far have been really flexible as to how they've approached the issue. So they haven't had like ideas about what's going to come out at the end, but they've let the process kind of take them on a journey. And I think that can be really powerful. And also not something which academic or like if you're at university or in the workplace, like that sort of rigor that's that you kind of have an objective in mind. This is a nice way of sort of getting outside that thinking.
Yeah. And with this being said, we're looking forward to speaking to you and seeing your submissions. Don't forget, 4th of April deadline. And talk to you soon. Bye.